and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. That might be too many cards. Let's see. Gosh, 9 cards. That's a lot of cards, but I'll take it. Just because usually I don't have cards fly out like that. Okay. So the first card we had was the 9 of Wands. We have the 5 of Chalices. We have Judgment. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 7 of Chalices. We have the Knight of Chalices. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I didn't. Okay, it just seems like a lot of cards. We have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Fool. Okay. It's on the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Swords. Okay. I am picking up on an energy here that has to do with your career and has to do with the decisions that you are making moving forward. With the Judgment card and the King of Pentacles, this is one door closing and a new door opening. In terms of finance, in terms of career, in terms of your material gain. Now, with the Judgment card, I'm seeing that you're kind of currently in this very sort of calm environment and energy, and it may not feel like it's super calm in the sense that you may have certain worries or anxieties that you're currently struggling with, but it's more of you are, for the most part, somewhat comfortable, somewhat safe, somewhat secure in whatever situation that you're in. But there's this opportunity here, this door that is opening, and it's like you have no idea what exactly is through the door, and you see the opportunities kind of there, or the opportunity may be about to present itself to you, but it's an opportunity where you're kind of being offered the choice. You can either stay where you're currently at, which is maybe it's okay, but it's not great, and step into the unknown where there's all this color and excitement, and there's just a lot more fulfillment and happiness through this door. Specifically when it comes to where you're putting your time and energy, where you're putting your time and energy into your career, and where you're putting your time and your energy into your material gain. Now, what's interesting here is we've been talking a lot about becoming over the last couple of weeks, and we have the 9 of Wands here on the table again. So this still has to do with becoming. This still has to do with the whole overall energy of this reading having to do with building on an energy, and then that energy sort of taking its own life and its own environment here. And what's interesting about this card is the person has a cloak of flowers, but it's almost like the flowers are overtaking him as he's walking through the forest. So there's still a little bit of this energy of overwhelm. There's an energy of maybe certain things are still happening or still a part of this world that you've created for yourself that maybe could be better or could use a change or an upgrade or could shift entirely and maybe aren't serving you, because we have the 5 of Chalices here. The 5 of Chalices is an energy of being so completely done with something and so completely done with an energy that you can't just ignore it. You have to literally completely rid yourself of it. There's still sort of this shedding that's happening here. We have the 4 of Swords, which was on the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Swords has a lot to do with overcoming certain situations, laying certain burdens down, choosing to move forward differently. And if you'll notice here in these 2 cards with the Ace of Swords and with the 4 of Swords, it's the same sword that's in both cards. And what's interesting about that is the Ace of Swords is a card of opportunity, but it's like you can either choose to make the best of the situation by choosing to wield the sword properly, take these new ideas, these new inspirations, and use them for your advantage, or you can kind of let them fall to the wayside and not take advantage of the opportunity that's around you, of the information you're being given, of the guidance you're being given, of the inspiration and the ideas that are free flowing here. And what I'm picking up on is there's this sort of energy here where it's like you're not exactly sure what's an illusion and what's an opportunity, and you kind of feel a little lost. It's like with the Knight of Chalices, there's this energy of things sort of being a little frenetic. And I talk about this a lot, about how this particular knight is riding this water spirit, and it's like he's riding a bull. You haven't quite found the joy in the process. There's still a lot of fear that you're going to be taken advantage of, or that like this goose is just going to come out and eat you at some point. The fear is holding you back. There's an energy here where you're being prompted to step out of your comfort zone in a different sort of way. Pelicans have to do with abundance, but they also have to do with not committing to one in particular thing at this particular time, meaning that you may need a little bit more information. Part of that information, I feel like, could be some of the guidance that you're receiving in this particular reading, because what I'm about to tell you is going to help you move forward in terms of figuring out what is an opportunity and what isn't. A lot of you are feeling sort of stuck. It's like you are this Nine of Swords guy here who's just standing here, not even trying to fight or anything. It's like you've just accepted your fate and you're just standing up, staring at this goose like, all right, I guess you can eat me. That energy is present when it comes to your material gain, your finances, your career. It's like, you know, you're not exactly happy with it. You have these other opportunities, but you're sort of just sticking to what's familiar. You're not stepping through the door. Some of you have this mindset that's not really helping you when it comes to your opportunities around you, where instead of going with the flow of energy like the King of Pentacles, where he has this ox thing and he's riding the ox upside down and he has all this energy that is creating abundance around him and moving the strawberries, and the ox is kind of doing a lot of the work for him. He's just sort of along for the ride. You're kind of resistant to the energy of which the universe is giving you opportunity and the flow of energy because it's out of your comfort zone. Some of you are looking specifically to get a new career or to upgrade to the next level or get a new job, and you're only looking at things you've already done. It's like you keep feeling this resistance towards that. Maybe you don't like what you've been doing in the past and you know it's out of alignment, but you're like, I need money. Or maybe it's that you feel like you're stuck in this career and you feel like if you shift, you have to start over. I'm going to give you a very key piece of advice here, and you can do with it as you will. People who are very successful in their career typically don't move up the ladder rung by rung, in the sense that the ladder's not in a straight line. It's kind of more like rock climbing. Instead of going straight up, you kind of may need to go diagonally or go over to the right or to the left, or even take a step down to take 3 steps up, because you realize that you went the wrong way and suddenly there's this big cliff and you can't get around it in any kind of safe capacity. Some of you need to get to the root of your skills here, the opportunity here that's right in front of your face. The things that are keeping you from seeing these opportunities, these skills that you have, are these illusions and negative beliefs that you have about yourself, your success, or how you're supposed to move forward. Some of you are being influenced by outside energies. This could be family or things like that. You're not sort of just thinking for yourself and being willing to stand out from the crowd. If you're really looking for a new job or a new career, you may want to start taking a look at ways in which you can use these skills that you have, making a list of those skills, and looking outside of the current energy and the current industry that you are in. So for example, if you are in accounting, this is just an easy one to think of, and you've only ever done accounting for car companies, maybe you should look at doing accounting for tech companies, for other types of businesses, to put something out there that's even further and taking that step further. Here's another easy example I can give you. If you are in the entertainment industry, industry and you are a film director. Maybe you should look at film producing, screenwriting, acting even, things that you may have the skill set for, but maybe it's a different sort of shift in the same industry or a different sort of focus. Some of you are bored and there's this sort of overindulged energy of like, "Oh, I'm so sick of it. I just have to rid myself of it entirely," because you've been doing the same sort of thing forever and it's boring to you. There's no passion, there's no joy anymore, there's no excitement, but you're sort of just this pelican chilling on this post over here instead of flying somewhere else. You're this Nine of Swords guy standing up here staring at the goose like, okay, well, you're gonna eat me anyway. So you're not making the effort to shift. And that is ultimately what the problem is and what the resistance is. This is why you feel stuck. You're carrying these burdens and you're resistant to this energy because you're resistant to change, but the universe is trying to help you. The universe is trying to give you more to go on, give you more opportunities, give you different things that you can choose from instead of sticking to what you've always done or that you already know. So this week, if you're really looking at trying to find another job, make a list of all your skills. Maybe recreate your resume so that it's more open. Work on a pitch where you introduce yourself as something that's more open than one particular thing. So the best example I can give you is like, I wouldn't introduce myself as an influencer. I would say something like, I am a multi-hyphenate storyteller with a background in film production, social media, marketing, branding, and writing. See how I took one thing and then I expanded it into multiple industries? Take your skills, whatever your main things are, and it doesn't have to be as many as I have. I literally am a multi-hyphenate, but for you, if you're not a multi-hyphenate and you do two things or you do one thing with a background in something else, try to open up the door to where it's less narrow to give you the opportunity to apply to jobs and find different opportunities that are not so specific to what you've been currently doing. I'm going to give you another key piece of advice here. Your curiosity is what's going to help you figure out what direction you're supposed to take and what is and is not an illusion. You naturally tend to have a curiosity towards the things that are in alignment with your mission and your path. Use that creativity that you have to upgrade your career in a way that's more fulfilling for you and more abundant. I'm going to leave the reading here. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and comment your affirmation down below. Your affirmation for this reading is, I am not limited to the way I have always done things. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.